welcome back to Streaming Sundays. Today is July 22nd, 2018, and you are watching the Akamura play Octopath Traveler on the Switch. Hello, Chibi Girl, Cosmic Phoenix, Junergy, and KJ Friend in the chat, and I'm sure we will have more coming, and holy crap, that volume's a wee bit on the loud side.
That chick is still wearing nothing.
Yes, Primrose is basically wearing nothing. So Octopath Traveler is the newest JRPG to come out of Square-Enix, and it is extremely good. One that I have no complaints about, to the point where it might disrupt Final Fantasy VI from my favorite game of all time because it is that damn good.
Are we ready for me to bump in?
Yeah, go for it.
Excited.
Because you are going to have to do a couple things before you start.
Continue.
So Octopath Traveler is all about 8 characters whose lives intersect, and as the player, you have to choose one of them. That is you, although you will get all 8 characters. But whoever you choose cannot be thrown out of the party. But you should still choose someone you like, someone who's fairly interesting. Critics say that one problem with the game is the slow pacing, and we may see a little of that depending on who... Hello, Duo. Thank you for joining the stream. You may see a little bit of slow pace due to whoever we pick or the path the Akamura chooses or whatever. Hello, Ryu. Thank you for joining. So, but the Akamura is entering this completely blind, and she is just currently looking over the 8 possible characters she can be. Each character has their own ability. A few of them are similar to others.
Okay, this guy's the one, but we're going to check out everybody else.
You're going to take the thief? That's kind of cool, because I haven't seen him in action
I saw
yet.
him in the opening, and I'm like, what's with that scarfy dude? And it's like...
Yes.
Okay, you have my attention, Therian. Okay, I said you have my attention, not... Let's see here.
Yep. I have chosen Primrose for mine. She is the dancer, who is that girl. Her story is really friggin' dark and almost made me cry, but it is what it is. So, you can elect not to use your starting character in Chapter 4? Huh. That's interesting. But anyway, either way, at least for the start, we will be forced to use the starting character. We'll probably only get 1 or 2 characters, because the game can get a bit long. Boss battles are extremely long in Octopath Traveler, to the point where when I went through Primrose's story, I thought that the final boss was a fixed fight at one point because of how long it was taking, but that is not true.
We've
Bosses
looked at all
are just
of our
forever.
shuffles.
Take forever.
Let's choose our thief dude.
Therian. Hello, Cam. Welcome to the stream. Pyro picked her because she's pretty. That's not inaccurate. I was pretty much down to like 3 characters, and she sounded the most interesting. You've got voice acting here.
I'm getting the usual.
You are.
As you like it.
Put extra piss in it, you dick. You never pay your tab.
I heard that thief's at it again.
Really? What's he done this time?
What thief? Everybody's named Thief in
Lifted
this
everything
bar.
off a merchant, leaving the goldsmith. Guess he didn't get his fill at that fancy manor the other day. Still can't believe he made it past all those guards. I'm sure the more the better for him.
You couldn't catch me, and I'm wearing pink and purple.
They were more like decorations than actual guards.
Whoa, Therian's voice is not what I expected. I thought he would sound a little bit more youthful.
Swooning over someone else's work. Someday we'll make it as big as that thief, and then we'll be the talk of the town.
Yeah, you said it, partner.
I haven't even seen the city yet.
Very
I bypassed
stereotypical.
Therian City.
Partners in crime, huh?
Ugh, I thought he was a kid. Like, hearing his voice is a weird disconnect for me.
Rumble feature.
Oi!
Yeah, the Switch is very proud of its HD Rumble. Okay, so this is where the voice acting gets a little odd because they don't have voice acting for every line. So they just make weird noises on their lines now.
Huh? Hey.
I love how this is 10 years in the past, but Therian's balls are like freshly dropped, so he's like super deep still.
Oh, really?
Teapots.
Teapots.
No.
Hey,
Ugh.
here.
Let's just throw thieves in a frickin' cell together and not search them at all.
It's like a Skyrim dungeon.
Look at the cobblers on this one.
The cobblers.
Rumble. Darius.
Therion.
Partner.
Oh no.
Well, this always ends well.
Sweet memories. Fill it up.
Come on, man, I just peed.
There you go. Beg pardon.
Hello, Mark. Thank you for joining the stream.
Ravis's treasure? If you are, I suggest you think again. Heard another would-be fortune hunter was tossed in dungeons yesterday.
So what's the count now?
A score? Maybe more?
Shit.
But House Ravis ain't known to be kind to those who covet their wealth. Still, poor thieves can't help but flock to that manor like moths to a flame. Suppose it's all those rumors of their riches that keep them coming. Some say it's enough to buy up the whole town and then some.
So why haven't they bought up the whole
Just
town and then
one
some?
town? What about the neighbors?
Can't say for sure. No one's ever seen the treasure.
Then it doesn't exist.
Even that master thief they keep talking about would have more than his hands full.
A perfect tale for the tavern.
Look, when you've been in the business long enough, you can tell things at a glance. You're a smart and skilled young man. Probably have a long career ahead of you. That's why I'll say it once more. Stay away from that manor.
Thanks for the advice.
Sorry, barkeep, but you're not Therian's dad.
Next time, I'll have a tale of my own to tell.
So I've been to the city before. Come to think of it. I came to this... Oh, hi. I came to the city because I was doing a side quest for a different character, but I did not do any of Therion's story. He was like, I need to do a thing, and I'm like, that's great, dude. I got other things I need to do.
Okay, here we go.
Yep,
Inventory.
classic Final Fantasy controls.
The stuff. The stuff, the stuff, the stuff, the stuff. It's the olive of life, because if you stick an olive in your mouth, even the dead will sputter to get it out.
Recommended level 5. Ah, shit, man. No wonder it took me... When I went through Primrose's story, I didn't use her special ability, and I was underleveled when I fought the boss, which was really dumb, and also contributed to how long that fight took me. But I can help the Akamura dodge those problems.
Wait, do I have any cash bucks on me?
250, yep, it's in the top right. Or 250, 2,500. I would recommend buying a shit ton of potions, though, or whatever. Although if you can afford other stuff, go for it.
See if this stuff does anything for me. It's accuracy and evasion, which is thief stats.
Yes. The potions or whatever healing grapes can be bought in that has the little green sign.
There we go. Which means I'm gonna hit harder, better, and it's gonna be harder to hit me. Yeah.
Yes. I don't
Oh,
actually
good,
know.
there's a run. What's up, lady?
Is a run.
Oh. Yeah, lady, I want everything you got. Oh, wait, I already have it because you have nothing. Boulder Fall.
Boulder Fall.
What is it, youngin?
Ah, jeez. I'm covering up the map. Trying not to cover up the UI of the game. There are 9 save slots, so you can keep a rolling save if you need to. But the game also auto-saves like every 5 seconds, so
Okay.
you are good.
Hello.
Legit, I think it auto-saves every time you transition areas.
Provisioner. Yo. SP, HP.
Yeah, I grabbed a whole bunch of healing grapes when I was Primrose. They saved me, but again, I was fighting very inefficiently. I was down level and not using all my abilities. In my experience, Primrose is not really much of a fighter. I think Therion will be better for you.
This is weird. It's like 8-bit characters built on top of a 16 or 32-bit place.
Correct. Jim Sterling called it a pop-up book aesthetic, which I don't know if I necessarily agree
Yeah,
with,
Master
but
Thief.
I totally see what he's talking about.
Look at that thing. Shitty. Not shitty.
Yes. Did you buy that, or did you just
Nope.
find it?
I fucked across it. It's
Oh,
in the
that was
sewer
in the
chest.
box. Gotcha. Those purple ones, I think only Therion can open. Because I tried to open one as... I tried to open that exact box as Primrose, and it wouldn't let me.
Hey. Hey.
If they don't have the little dots over their head, they have nothing to say to you.
Ugh.
Yep.
Well, I have something to say to you. That's what I have to say to you.
I do like the pop-up book aesthetic in Paper Mario, for sure. It's very pretty.
Thanks for just leaving your shit out. Always check the fireplace and the cupboards. What's back here? Ah, some shit. Explore everything.
Explore everything.
So should I just go right for Ravis Manor, or can I go outside?
You cannot go outside yet. You are definitely restricted.
Blah. Okay.
I mean, it's not a big deal. Well, maybe. I think he'll stop himself. Oh, there's just a sign directly in your path. That's really funny. Anyway, it's not a huge deal because you will find a dungeon where you can grind a little bit. I would recommend grinding to 5 once you find it. You don't get a whole lot of money from grinding that I've seen, but...
That's the way to Ravis Manor.
Correct.
This is back toward Lorule.
It kind of has a chibi feel to it. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a throwback to the 16-bit RPGs.
Go the other way. This is just the armor.
Yep. You've really seen everything there is to see so far.
Okay. Do. I'm already having fun.
That's good.
What is it, youngin?
At least for me, the game has been a challenge, too. Well, at first. The more characters you get, the easier the game becomes, in my opinion. But, since you're a grinder, you'll be totally fine here. Like, I was just not in an RPG mood when I first started it as Primrose, which is why I didn't bother trying to grind it all in the first dungeon, and that definitely led to a problem against the boss.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's save points on every transition as well.
I was about to open that chest.
That did not seem very stealthy.
Doggos. Interceptors.
Interceptors.
What do we have here?
Jesus H.
All right. Oi! Yes. Listen up.
Walk with purpose. Yes, because that's important when you're guarding a place.
Well, I'll be damned.
Jesus H.
Huh?
Listen. Exactly.
Just back off, dude. It's not worth it. If the security won't let you in, then the sale is not worth it.
Oh.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm just gonna take this. Hey, puppies.
Didn't you start off with a leather helmet?
A pet. Pet. Puppies.
Wow, they are not overly enthusiastic about biting your face off.
Nope. They're good dogs.
Dang. You're getting so much good stuff right off the bat.
Yeah, being a thief is the best.
Being Primrose kind of sucks.
Oh, hey.
What do we have here? No. Ah, yes.
But why? Because you're filthy rabble? Sounds like something someone who's after the treasure would say.
Right. The truth is... Ah. I'll do what thieves do best.
Rude.
So every character gets what's called a path action. That's their special field ability. And as you can see there, Therian's is to just steal shit from people. Look for the little green doodly boop on the radar. Although you can steal from them too if you want. Just be careful with the success rate, because if you get caught like 4 or 5 times, you have to pay a stupid amount of money to get it to reset the ability to do this stuff. But of course, apparently that merchant just does not care. And you can steal from anyone who has a little ... above their head, too. So if you want to steal something from a kid or a single mom or a hobo, as long as you have a good 100% success rate, you are good to go.
Maybe you weren't good merchants in the first place if your daft ass is going to be stolen from. Is there anybody in this house?
No. You're going to be doing pretty well just with all your loot, whether you sell it or turn it into something else.
Oh, hey, thefts.
Huh?
Oh,
Really?
Oi, oi.
We don't need to see it. It doesn't exist.
And?
Suppose so.
We've got a proposal for you.
thanks.
Nope. I work alone.
Listen,
yeah.
oi!
I want to talk, but they're talking and it's interesting. No.
Damn you.
think you're too good for this, huh? Yes.
I assume this is going to walk you into your first
Say
battle.
again?
And the game does a very good job of leading
we
you
done
through
here?
the combat system.
Hey,
I'm basically playing as Thief Steam Punk. It's great.
Bye now.
Yikes!
Hold on, guys. I'm having a flashback.
oi! Let none escape.
Partner.
Person. Find them.
All right.
Partner.
Partner.
That's right.
Cowards. Okay. Sticky fingers. Thanks, buddy. Sticky fingers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do-do-do. Thank you. Thank you. This is great. Oh, wait. Hey. Can I interest you in this piece of crap? In this piece of crap. And I guess this thing? Wait, I might need that for later. Never mind, you can have that piece of crap. That's mine. It's my crap. Friday stolen from you. Nope.
Ryu is encouraging you to take all of the things, which it
Yeah.
appears you are doing.
Do-do-do-do-do. Is this just an inn? Yeah. So here I dropped everybody there blind. Let's go steal from the poor. Give to the needy. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Wow, the bartender's gone. Now I'm the bartender. Okay, there's no one in here to steal from, so ooh, here's more talky people. Is that so?
Time to get to work.
Oh, I've already stolen from you. What have you got? Ooh, cool. I'll just take that.
Now then.
Songs are very catchy. Come on, get up there. Wrong place. Oh yeah, there's... I never noticed that. Now I feel silly. Okay.
Oi.
My sincerest apologies.
I'm a merchant of some repute.
Ho, ho.
To tell you the truth,
What?
Oh, you mean this letter?
oh,
What the? Oh shit, he's legit.
Hey.
desperate times.
Hold on there.
You have my gratitude. Now then.
Time to run around and steal shit. Hi there. Oh my god. This is easy. Yoink. I got the broadsword. God, that's such a bonus. That's suspicious. Thanks.
I like that. Before you, Ray says like stealing candy from a lazy guard because that's literally what we just did. I find that amazing that rather than steal the big treasure, you're going to take a moment to steal everything that is not nailed down in the courtyard first.
Yep. Oh my! We
You
just stole this
really
dude's
are
pot.
Therian.
What have you got in your pocket? Thank you. Oh my! You guys are way too fucking trusting. How much are they paying you? Oh, I can't rob the dogs. Hey, Bubber. Oh, I need a dog. Okay. Now, save it. Yay! No, they're so cute. Alright. What's this? Boring is what that is. Okay. So this place is danger level 1, so I'm going to get attacked. Nice.
This is the beginning of your end.
Split your foe's weaknesses. Theron can utilize swords, daggers, and fire abilities. Select attack and choose the weapon you want to use. Thief skills and choose wildfire. Right? Wildfire.
Don't.
Ow! Ow! You know what? That's what. Okay. So we boost. Now. Ow. Whoop.
Don't start things you can't finish.
I swore at first he said don't snort things you can't finish.
Yeah, make sure you give yourself reasonable bumps. Sounds like advice he would give, let's be honest. This is Therian. Not exactly a gentleman of repute. I'm stuck underneath the stairs. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna run through because that always sounds well.
This is the beginning of your end.
Ow! Ow!
No way.
Not that thing. That thing. Now we're gonna boost that shit. Now I'm gonna burn your face off.
Don't
There we go. Enemy info.
my turn.
Let's do it again.
Don't What's yours?
Thanks. Yeah, I'll deal with that in a second. God, this guy does not want to die.
Let's do this.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Yay! Okay, so I'm no longer poisoned?
Yeah, status ailments clear after battles. Ryu advises whenever you break an enemy, it causes them to lose their current and then next turn. So if you know they're gonna beat the crap out of you, you should
Just break them.
break them and then use whatever you've got, especially boosted on the next turn.
I'll make this quick.
Hi there.
What's yours is mine.
Did I get anything? Damn.
You did. You got a fire soul stone or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My turn.
So I'll just keep smacking you with my dagger.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Yay! Oh, and I got JP. Oh, so I won't know what to do with JP until these unlock.
Yeah, I think you have to be at level 5 and then you can start doing job points.
Okay. Alright. That looks like progression.
I'll make this
What
quick.
is that? Vulnerable to a lot of stuff.
Over here.
Wow. If you're an ice sentinel.
Out of my way.
Okay, so not that one, but swords and fire. Bye.
Don't start things you can't finish.
Yay! I'm actually having a lot of fun with this. Wait, I was headed this way. Sure.
I'll make this quick. Out of my way.
There we go.
Out of my way.
Why
So-
would I do that?
Height.
What's up?
Highlight them, but don't actually attack. Like, click attack, but then don't execute. The color of his text down there that shows his name is a hint of how much hit points he has left. When he's white, he's got close to full, but then it cycles green, yellow, and red.
Okay.
So if you ever see it red, you may want to hold off a boost when you're fighting multiples, but either way, I tend to go overkill. But that
Yeah.
works for bosses as well.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Yep.
Alright, hold your progression. There's shit I need to do. $800. That's your frickin' treasure. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I'll make this quick.
I surprised you. Then I broke you.
Therian is having way too much fun.
Oh yeah. I'm having way too much fun as Therian, so. Bye now.
And that's that.
Is there anything in here? Check the fireplace.
This is the beginning of your end.
Oh, snap.
My turn.
Get out of here.
My turn.
43, that's
Yours
alright.
is mine.
Shit!
Over here.
Oh, snap.
Out of my way.
Oh, there we go.
What's yours is mine.
Thank you.
Over here. Out of my way.
Damn, are you still alive?
He's got red text. He probably won't survive another blow. There you go.
And that's that.
No, you're right, KJ friend. Ironically, that was last week's Weekly Wisdom, and I didn't remember to update it. There was something that Kim said during my Kerbal Space Program stream that I was going to change it to, but I don't remember what it is.
Is there anything in here?
And like I said, the irony is not lost on me, believe me.
There's a wall in the way. Why would you put a wall up there but not down here?
This is the beginning of your end. Out of Don't blink.
Super fire!
My turn.
Ow.
Out of my way.
That stung a whole lot, you asshole.
My turn.
There we go.
What's yours
Yoink.
is mine.
Thank you.
My turn.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Yeah.
One more level and you'll be at the recommended for the boss. So definitely explore around.
Yes, that's over right
Yeah,
there.
you can see grinding isn't that heavy. You usually will level up within a few battles until you're past the point where you should be.
This is the beginning. of
Another
your
one.
end. Don't blink.
My turn.
You'd think that elemental damage would do more
Out
shit.
of my way.
It depends on the enemy.
Are you?
Why did I dagger
Out
it?
of my way.
For a hot second there, it sounded like he said, fuck this. Which, no, that's weird.
Maybe he did.
You're weird, Therion. Yeah, that's why they
Volume is
explore.
very dynamic. I'm having trouble dialing it in.
Okay. It was very red in that room. What's up with
This
that?
is the beginning of your end. Out of my way.
That didn't work.
My turn. Don't. Out of my way. What's yours is mine.
Thank you. Oh, go down. Thank you.
Don't start things you can't finish.
Hey, there you
we
go. That's weird that came up in the middle of your 4th level.
Yeah.
Very strange timing. But what? Oh, it's probably because you got enough JP.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So no matter what you pick, it'll cost 30 job points, and then your next one will cost a lot more. So you want to find the one that you think you really want to use.
Let's snag this. No. This one first. And I want to use that on something that has weakness to dagger so I get more than the 6 I lose taking it. Okay. Alright, Therian. Wait, are you... Shit. Put this in your face. Well, we're fine. Alright, we go down here.
Yeah, you get a full heal when you level up automatically. So you're good right now.
I'll make this quick.
Break! Thank you. Alright, let's see how this works. Nice!
The Akamura is stretching right now, and that's one of the unsung advantages of the Switch, that you can move your arms freely.
Yep.
Although I don't, because I use the controller adapter delay with my Switch.
It's alright, different strokes.
Yeah. I tried playing either Mario or Zelda with the Joy-Cons free, and it felt very foreign and scary to me.
I know, like, for that first 5 minutes you have to be like, everything's fine, hands. Stop screaming. Is there anything in these bookshelves? There's an enemy.
This is the beginning of your end.
Oh good, you're weak to daggers. So that means...
Break him first before doing that, and then
Oh,
you'll get
this'll
more
break
out
him.
of
I
it.
appreciate it.
Well, shit.
And that's that.
Anyway, it's probably the same reason why I can't get used to ergonomic keyboards. Or ergonomic, however it's pronounced.
Weird keyboards.
It feels weird to have my hands separated like that. Even if it's more comfortable, but I felt so uncomfortable in that position
Is
I
that
couldn't
the
get
ones
used to
where,
the comfort.
like, there's one half and one half?
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, that's an ergonomic keyboard.
Ew. You and
Yeah.
I don't type like that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's supposed to complement your wrist, because if you hold your hands just out, like, your hands aren't like this naturally. They're kind of at an inward bend. So it's supposed to feel better, but it feels so wrong that it, even if it feels better,
Yeah.
I can't get used to it.
And even then, I can't have the keyboard to the side while I'm doing other stuff. Which is something I do
Yeah.
because I'm weird. Only 51%. That's not good enough.
I still want to get a Dvorak keyboard one of these days.
Over here.
That sounds frickin' terrifying.
A Dvorak?
Yeah, using a Dvorak.
Yeah. The problem with the Dvorak is they're usually expensive as hell, which is stupid because they're
Yes.
you can easily reprogram a QWERTY keyboard into a Dvorak keyboard. You just have to have the patience to pop out all your keys.
And retool them.
Yes.
Wait.
Well,
I'm trying to
I
steal
think there's
from
an
you.
option in Windows by default that you just flick a switch and it switches to a Dvorak.
Don't start
Oh, nice.
things you can't finish.
Krobeek has said it's really easy to switch back and forth, but she's also good at things like that.
Alright. Gaining experience has become a pain, so it's time to do the thing.
Did you save?
I did not. Shit.
SESO.
Look at this. I can be like,
I know. Ah, shit. It's like you're playing Wii Music. That's another game I wanted, but could never justify the price for.
This is the beginning of your end.
We startled the foe. Not that one, but that one.
You startled the inanimate object.
So I had a thought.
Yes.
If, God forbid, they ever remade Final Fantasy VIII, and they better do a proper retranslation if they do. Like, if they had it with Switch compatibility, like for Squall's one attack, you can set a toggle to be like you can press a button to do it, or you can swipe.
Yes.
That'd be
My turn.
kind of cute.
I'm ready.
I know it's useful. Useless, but still, let's kill it.
Where's the nearest tavern?
That's fun. Alright. Do. Going after this treasure that doesn't actually exist. But thieves don't make a name for being really smart,
I'll make
usually.
this quick.
You're running into a lot of enemies, and I did too. It makes the game feel longer, but there's... Eventually you'll get fast traveling, and I never fast traveled anywhere. I don't know why. It's probably me playing the game wrong, and therefore I got into way more fights than I should have.
I don't think so. Like, it looks like a traditional RPG, so you're thinking, there's no fast travel in this, I gotta hoof it. Because, like, that's not playing the game wrong, that's playing the game according to the way your
Don't
brain's
start
programmed.
things you can't finish.
Okay. Step. Nothing in here. Step. Are you, like, barefoot, dude?
I'll make this quick.
No, you won't. This is gonna take at least 3 turns. Yes, it sounds like he's saying "fuck this," doesn't it?
Yes.
Bye.
And that's that.
Is that Ray Chase? Sounds kind of like Ray Chase.
Ray Chase. I
Yeah,
can
he plays Noctis.
take a look.
Ooh. Wind attire.
It is Chris Niosi? This guy, who sort of looks like Alan Rickman 1,000 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
That guy.
Huh. Yeah.
You guys have any older recommended JRPGs with one hero? I can't think of any JRPGs with one hero other than Final Fantasy Adventures. Even then, that's sort of a
I'll make
soft
this
definition of saying one hero. think the only one I can think of would be
Don't.
Final Fantasy Adventure. There's a Final Fantasy Land? I forget what they called it. The Final Fantasy Adventure, I think, is what they called it on the original Game Boy.
Out of my way.
Because it
Oh yeah, I think that's in Curtain Call.
basically used the Secret of Mana engine on a
my
Game
way.
Boy, but you only had one character from start to finish.
Out of my way.
It was such a weird departure from the series. If I remember right, it's
Go
not
down.
even a Final Fantasy game.
Don't
It
start
it
things you can't
it uses the word mana in the title in the Japanese version, and then when they brought it here to America, they wanted to keep continuity with Final Fantasy since we were not familiar with the Mana series at that point. But I'm like, there was a Final Fantasy Adventure game on the Super NES as well, but you still picked up allies now and then. So I can't really think of any other solo adventure.
This is the beginning.
Illusion of Gaia, there's one I've never played. That's one I always wanted to play too. I think it was on the Virtual Console. I just never grabbed it. Dragon Quest 1 only has one character? Wow. I know later ones definitely did not. That one became very party-based. Actually, the later Dragon Quest became very customizable party-based. Like, the only Dragon Quest I played at length is Dragon Quest 9.
That wasn't worth it.
I believe. You don't like Dragon Quest 9?
No. I used Steel SP and it recovered
Oh.
5, and I'm like, oops.
Gotcha.
Dragon Quest 9 was really fun.
But yeah, with that one, you got to customize
I'll
your
do this
entire
later.
party. Like,
Yes.
you didn't have nice. You didn't have any preset characters. You had to make your entire party, if I remember right. And you could customize them however you wanted to. It was really interesting.
Yes. Wow, I must be really weak if the frickin' basic potion doesn't heal me enough.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm in the healing inventory, and it's like, use a healing grape, and it, like, I went from 80 to 356, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, healing grapes are 500.
I'm weak.
I wish it would bluntly tell you that, but healing grapes are 500. It does bluntly tell you that when you use them in battle, but just not from the field.
Yay!
Man, now I'm thinking about Illusion of Gaia. I may have to look into getting that.
I'll make this quick.
No, you won't. This
I
is
don't
gonna take
remember who
forever.
even made Illusion of Gaia.
Thief skills. Give me your SP.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, bro.
And that's that.
Yeah, you were going to have a much domination bonus. You're going to have a much easier time with Therion's boss than I did, probably, with Primroses.
Oh, so here's your study, and then here's your bedroom with another study. Someone's a workaholic.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
Oh, shut up. Just stick it.
Out of my way.
Yeah, I guess I just wasn't in an RPG mood when I started Octopath Traveler.
Stay confused. Shit.
Because the battles are pretty quick and there's basically no loading times, especially not between battles.
Don't start things you can't finish.
Yay!
Yeah, you're going to be in good shape.
Oh, wait, I need to go this way.
I'll make this quick.
I'm like accidentally grinding.
Yeah.
Out of my way.
Ow.
Out of my way.
Have I been using my dagger this whole time? Yep. Darn it. Well, I feel silly. And then I switch back to the dex.
Don't start.
Use the
things you
sword.
can't finish.
Ugh. That's gonna be annoying until I get used to it. Oh shit, there are people over there.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
Ah, crap.
Out of my way.
Ow.
My turn.
Go down. I'm using the dagger again.
Yeah, it's... Oh, yeah.
Quit defaulting to the dagger.
Out of my way.
Okay.
And that's that.
I was gonna say the mansion is awfully empty, but I guess you've been beating the crap out of a whole bunch of dudes this whole time.
Yep.
Come on, I've got better things to do. My turn. What's yours is mine.
Really?
Over here. My turn. What's yours is mine.
I don't even know why I'm stealing those. I don't like
Out of my way.
elemental boost items.
Don't start things you can't finish.
Because Therion can't stop stealing everything he looks at.
Yeah. And I got another one, so like... Okay. Well, okay. It's not a name I would choose for an item, but... Aight.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, he's a merchant. I don't know why there's just random merchants wherever, but there are. It's very strange.
That seems like a lot. I'm just gonna get 5. I'm like, that's an insult price, so I must need that for something. Oh, that's what those do. I'll hold those. Maximum? Can I interest you in this crap? No, you can't have my other crap. I may need that. but can I interest you in this crap?
Man, you really have found some good stuff, is there, Ian?
I can't steal from him.
I found
Darn.
nothing as Primrose. Although I wonder how I would do now, knowing the combat system and the game system a little bit better.
I mean, you probably run up and snag this guy and just, like, have him do his thing.
No, I mean if I was Primrose
Come on, I've got better
and trying a
things to do.
solo Earth thing again.
My turn.
Because when you do everyone's introductions,
Take
it
this.
has to be solo. Like, you sort of get a feel for how everybody works.
Out of my way.
Miss. Damn it. Bye now. Or not. Get the fuck out of here.
Where's
Just trying to be cool and you ruined it, asshole. Do you hate it when that happens? You're doing something and then somebody doesn't pick up what you're putting down and then, ooh, that's pretty.
Treasure.
So, this is the amazing treasure everyone is talking about.
I'm just gonna pocket this.
It looks like an ordinary gemstone to me. Can't imagine it's worth all that much.
The jewel before you is worth more than your mind could hope to fathom.
Oh, who is this?
Your inability to discern as much is disconcerting, to say the least.
Who the hell are you? Not just anyone can sneak up on me like that.
I should be the one asking you that question. Not just anyone could have made it this far into the manor, after all.
You won't get answers by stroking my ego.
I meant it as nothing but genuine praise.
What the fuck is this?
Allow me to congratulate you on being the first thief to make it here.
You say it as if you wanted this to happen.
Just so, we tightened security for that very purpose. We figured no thief worth his salt would be able to turn down such a challenge.
Go on.
To this end, we even asked the barkeep for help. His job? Find promising thieves and spin tales about this manor.
In other words, you tricked thieves into trying to rob this place.
Think of it more as appealing to their inner nature.
Called it.
The great treasure of Ravus Manor, guarded by a veritable army. What thief could pass up such glory, such riches? We had such high hopes, but were constantly met with disappointment. But finally, one has proven himself worthy.
Worthy of what? Are you gonna sell me to a dark god?
I should have seen this coming.
And yet you did not. And I find myself most grateful for your lack of foresight.
Great.
So what's your angle?
It's a great line.
I need not explain that to you. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Heathcote. I am a butler in the service of House Ravus.
You expect me to believe an ordinary butler snuck up on me? Anyway, who you are won't matter once I'm out of here. Now, if you...
I assure you, you won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Ah, shit.
Good luck.
Let's get this over with.
That is a huge butler.
Try to take out the ads first.
Alright. Start with the basic thing. Good. Good, good, good. Ow!
I'll take this.
Nope. Just the sword. Ow.
Out of my way.
Alright. Elements. Got a lot of these.
Take this.
Good to know. Only 36%. Okay.
Let's do this. Out of my way.
Seriously? Let's try it. Sweet. I guess.
Let's do this.
Get out of here!
Take this.
Also good to know. Alright, Mr. Heathcote. 32%, huh?
Since it scales to his HP, just wear him down for now. And steal when you're a bit further along.
Like I'm using the steel to gauge his HP, if that makes sense. Yes!
Yeah.
Now you're poisoned.
It's not a bad
Out
idea.
of my way.
37%. So let's hit you with a wildfire. Alright.
I'll take this.
Starting to feel a burn, so there we go. Come at me with everything you have. That was not much.
Out of my way.
Alright. 40%, so... Really want what you've got, because bosses always carry unique shit.
Don't forget his name color. It's still white. You've got a while to go.
Let's do this. Try this.
Unless it's yellow and I'm just at a weird angle of the monitor.
No, it's white.
Out of
Okay.
my way.
Now it's greenish or yellowish or something.
God damn it!
Out of my way.
Alright. Let's try
Take
win.
this.
There we go. That's something. There's one thing RPGs have taught me. It's always be gathering information. What's that do? No. Alright, I'm gonna hit you with a beat. That just makes me think of me pulling a Moogle out of my pocket and being like, go! And the Moogle just harasses him with Koopo nuts.
Cosmic Phoenix says yellow is less than 50%, red is less than 25%.
Okay. So you're dropping like a bitch after this. There we go. Ow! Have you considered not being an asshole, dude? There we go.
It's yours, not mine.
Thanks. Ow. Ow.
Out of my way. Don't blink.
You have anything else on you? Nope.
My turn.
Do.
Take this!
Nice! You're doing
Bam.
so much better than I did with Primrose.
And that's that.
It took me like 2 to 3 hours just to get through her section.
I've also got the fans, so I can't do what I would normally do,
So,
which is run
you can
around
hold your
until
own
I'm
in
level
battle
30.
as well. It seems I underestimated you.
That makes 2 of us. Was that a part of your butler training?
I see you still have some reservations about my true profession. Though I'm sure my victory here lends my words no credit.
What do you mean, victory?
Your victory?
Yeah, I won.
What in the...
Any thief worth his salt should recognize that band. The mark of a convict. The fool's bangle, as some call it. Undeniable proof of a thief's humiliating blunder.
Get this off of me!
I do not take my orders from you. I've attached it to your arm for a reason. If anyone is to see it, they shall know of your failure here today.
You...
However, I imagine your pride will not permit you to be seen with it, and that makes it perfect leverage for negotiations.
Negotiations?
You may have broken into my home, but for now, I will overlook your transgressions.
Oh, great. More company.
This just keeps getting better.
Pardon my belated introduction.
What the fuck do you want with a thief?
My name is Cordelia Ravis.
It looks
and
like
I
she's
am the
flipping
lady
you
of the
off.
house.
She probably is. She set up this whole bitch tit frickin'
Regards
thief
to the
trap.
decorator. They sure have a way with traps.
Allow me to explain. The treasure you are after is a family heirloom known as the Dragonstones.
And you've got
You
one of
don't
4.
say.
The Dragonstones have been in my family for generations.
Wait, dragon stones? I see one.
Yes, once there were more. But the stones were stolen during the chaos following my parents' passing. Fortunately, Heathcote was able to recover the Sapphire Stone.
What touching devotion. Is this the part where I move to tears?
Perhaps, once you understand your place in this story. If you collect the 3 remaining stones, we shall remove the band from your arm.
So, this was your plan all along.
Yes, but please understand, I had no choice.
If you wanted a burglar, just invite a hobbit to tea.
Well, aren't you too clever? Setting a thief to catch a thief.
Don't thieves often say, the ensnared has only himself to blame?
Oh, eat my shit, Grandpa.
Yeah, they do. For a butler, you sure know a lot about thieves, old man.
I dare not bore you with my story when there are more pressing matters at hand. Will you undertake Miss Ravis's mission, young thief? If you refuse...
I refuse. I'll just live with this band for the rest of my life. Fuck it.
I'll do the job.
Excellent. Then I pray your journey will be a successful one.
That's all the help I'm getting, really?
Oh, you're back.
Fuck you.
With a tale to tell, too. I'll trade it for a drink.
Afraid I don't deal in that currency.
Listen, I just came from Ravis Manor. Had a lovely chat with a fellow named Heathcote. Maybe you know him?
I did warn you not to go there. So, was it everything you expected it to be?
All that and more. And now I'm awfully thirsty. I might need 2 drinks to get this bad taste out of my mouth.
Coming right up.
Okay, so now I'm heading north out of town.
Yep, you're basically about to start the open world bit of the game. You've done Therian's introduction, and now you can go wherever you want. You could, if you were crazy, ignore the other 7 characters and just go for Chapter 2 of Therian's story, but it's recommended you need to be at like level 21 to get there, and you wouldn't have the support that you would probably need.
Yeah. This is true. And I've got all these Weebone.
So you can take a look around and find your second character.
Save at the thing. Thank you.
There's a design shortcut they did where basically the 8 characters are arranged in a wheel on the map, and no matter who you start with or which direction you go, if you get 4 characters who are next to each other on the wheel, you'll have a balanced team. But I did not know that, and I did not play that way personally. I just picked the characters I wanted.
You're free to come and go as you please, and you're still going through the window. So I should go, like, clockwise or counterclockwise?
If you want a balanced team, sure. What are you doing?
Wandering back through to see if there's anything I missed.
Gotcha.
My turn.
But yeah, if you want a balanced team, yes, you go counterclockwise or clockwise. It doesn't matter. Or you could even go like 1 character clockwise and then 2 characters counterclockwise, as long as you get 4 in a row.
My turn.
But again, I didn't do it that way. I just picked 4 characters that I wanted to pick, and they aren't balanced. Like, I have 2 deepses on my team, so I have a lot of offense, but very few options. My team is not very flexible, but it is very powerful, and it doesn't matter.
Why is the staff still attacking me if I'm free to come and go?
Maybe they're just upset over your, what you did to them
Beefing
before?
prowess?
Yes.
This is the beginning of your end.
Well, I guess if you're being disobedient.
We're seeing you, Ryu, no worries. I just didn't read that out loud to the Akamura since she was in the middle of the cutscene.
Don't
But,
start things you
oh, he said, referring back to when Heathcote was giving you the offer, he said, I could accept, or since I already kicked your wrinkly old ass, I could take your mistress captive and force you to hand over the key, lest I take my revenge on her immediately.
Sounds like a good idea. Okay, where's the window I came in through? There it is. Can't go in through the front door. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and operate under the assumption that I've robbed the place blind.
Hi, Purple Pancakes. Thanks for joining the stream.
Ah, finally the sign maker has moved his wares. Dear. Oh, wait.
Mr. Therion! Mr. Therion, please wait!
What?
What now?
I came to see you off on your journey,
Why?
as it is at my behest that you're setting out.
I'm not doing this at your behest. You are forcing me to do this.
I'm just fulfilling my half of a bargain. Nothing more, nothing less.
We ain't friends, bitch.
I understand that, but...
We ain't friends, bitch.
He's right, milady. This is simply an agreement between us and a skilled but short-sighted thief.
Exactly.
Friggin' cocksucking old
There
man.
is something you should know before you go. As you saw, I recovered a blue stone. It is known as the Sapphire Dragonstone.
Okay.
The remaining 3 are the Dragonstones of Ruby, Emerald, and Gold, each named for its sheen.
Okay.
And if I steal them all back for you, you'll remove this band.
You have my word.
Your word? Well, that sounds legitimate. Any idea where I should start looking?
I think I love Therion.
Rumor has it that a scholar in Noblecourt is researching the Ruby Dragonstone.
So this is leading me around.
Yes. Well, no, because Noble Court is
Great. I'll fit right in.
probably
Mr.
north.
Therion!
The world's much bigger than it will appear at first.
What is it this time?
Please, do take care out there.
We ain't friends, bitch.
Heh.
Did I say something amiss?
Never thought a man of my talents would be working for someone like... it's nothing. You'll get your stones back soon. Just leave the thieving to me.
Oh boy. So was your characters different?
With what?
What was her story?
I kind of don't want to spoil it for you. It gets really fucking dark.
Oh, do I explore everybody else's
Oh, yeah,
stories?
yeah. Like, although you don't have to, it is optional. What'll happen is you'll go find another character, and they'll be like, I'm on a journey to do this thing, and it'll say, do you want to take the character with you? And if you say yes, then that says, do you want to play that character's prologue? And then you can say yes again.
Can never have too many of these.
Correct. Ryu says, seriously, we kicked his ass, and in the process he managed to get a handcuff on us.
Ooh, a side quest.
And when we have him at knife point, he thinks he has the stronger bargaining position. I think not. And that Ryu is surprised, the Therion is surprised that he would ever work for a noble, since nobles probably hire rogues all the time.
Probably not steal from that chick yet.
So the side quests, yes, are marked in red. Many of them you can't do yet. But if you do a side quest, there are multiple ways you can usually go about doing side quests.
So you see,
Right, Chibi girl. Yeah, these guys are going to be challenging now.
You're new in town.
As I think KJ Friend said earlier, you can save scum to steal from these guys if you want, or anybody, but
We don't have time for safe scumming.
yeah, not during the show anyway. But it is an option.
I've already robbed you. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Already robbed you. You're new. Aww. Can y'all have better shit to steal, please? Okay. They said Slumtown. That must be down here. Yep.
So what are you doing? I didn't see what
You're
the side
new.
quest was.
Thanks.
Sir!
Restore reputation.
That's where you'll pay if you get caught stealing too many times. If you get caught stealing 4 times or 5 times, you're locked out of even attempting stealing anymore until you pay that fee.
Sir!
Okay, so it's probably not letting me attempt those yet, or can I? And I just have to select them. Let's
I
see.
still don't know what your quest is.
The side quests.
It
Okay.
depends, like, what was a side quest?
Well, let's see. This guy wants to find a thief to replace him in Marta's gang.
Whoa. Go back to the second message.
How do I do that?
Just hit A and get through it so I can see the second message again.
Sir!
The thing is, filching's too much like hard work for my liking, so I want to quit. Okay. But I've got to find a replacement before I do. That's one of the rules. Okay. Be surprised how hard it is to find reliable outlaws. Probably if you steal from him successfully, he'll think that you're good enough to do it. I'd say give it a shot. I mean, do whatever you want to do.
Sir!
Nope, that didn't work.
No, I was thinking you'd have to steal both his items. Like, especially the harder one might trigger it. Or
Okay.
maybe it's not. Maybe the solution is different. I don't know. I've intentionally kept my eyes away from how to do the side quests in the game. There have been a few that I've done, like one was an escort quest, and Primrose can basically attract an NPC to follow her wherever she goes. And so I once ran into a lady who's like, I need to get to this other city. Oh. So there you go. But Primrose, or this NPC wanted an escort to another place. So I had Primrose attract her. And then once she was following me, I was able to just go to that city. And that solved the quest.
Yeah.
There you go. That's one side quest done. The visualization of how many you've done is really cool. You saw it on the menu before, but basically there's a vertical flag that goes up every time you solve a quest. It's really, it's very interesting. Oh, there you go. Oh, it goes down as you finish it, I see. The longer the flag is, the more quests you have done in that region.
Nice.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that visualization. It's much cooler than just a straight number.
Okay, so that's... So this is where everybody is.
Yep. Yeah, so that one recommended level 22. That's Therian's next part. You can go there if you want. The game does not constrict you. You'll
But it would be
die, but yeah, you can head there if you want. The world will level up around you, but not that fast. Like, after you get a second character, everyone else goes up to level 7. But you'll be fine. Especially with how much you're grinding, intentionally or unintentionally.
Okay. Elfin here's nice and close, and then I can pick up Primrose.
If you
I
want.
can go around for Cyrus and Ophelia. I don't want to pick up everybody. Let's pick up everybody.
Yep.
And this lady dropped an egg.
That's what you should be doing anyway. I will eventually get all 8 characters myself, but like I said, I wanted to just get my... I wanted to get them in the order I wanted to get them, rather than the order the game wanted me to. And
Yes.
again, the game's balanced, like, it doesn't punish you for it.
Hi there.
I haven't had a single problem jumping around, it just takes a while for me.
Here you go. If you rob me, I'll kick your ass.
I got that quest too, but it was a different person and in a different location.
Kit.
Yeah, I got Kit just outside in Primrose's area, so he just must appear based on your first character.
Oh, sweet. It gives it back. Oh, boy.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
I always thought that
Alright.
sounded more like a car screech than a bird scream.
Yeah. Suck on that,
Out of my
burb.
way.
Not fire, maybe daggers.
Out of my way.
Nope. Ow.
Out of my way. And that's that.
Yes. Sweet experience. How's everybody doing in the chat?
They're pretty chill. Like, the game is a relaxing game, so...
No, that's the way back to Borderfall.
Chibi Girl just came back after being away for a bit. She asked what she missed. So the Akamura has chosen Therion the Thief as her main character, and he robbed a mansion, but it turned out the mansion was a trap set by another thief, and Therion has now been conscripted into stealing specific items around the world, else he will
Doggos.
suffer lifelong humiliation. So that is what he is doing now.
You look like you don't like fire.
Take this!
I was right. They sure don't.
My turn. What's
Yoink.
mine?
Shit. Ow.
Over here!
Okay, you get out of here. Or not.
Over here!
What's yours? Mine.
Sleepweed. So much pot. actually legit getting my ass beat here.
Out of my way. I'm ready. Are you? Where's the nearest tavern?
Huh. They changed the sprite, so now he's got the thing.
Yep, they all have multiple sprites, which is really nice. I like that. Most RPGs don't do that. I mean, most 2D RPGs don't do that.
Clear Brook. Oh boy.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
Hello,
Hear you.
Angeline DeVries. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah, Octopath Traveler just came out last Friday? It had a weird release date. Most games come out on Tuesdays, but I think Octopath Traveler came out on a Thursday or a Friday. You can get it on the Switch. It's available both in cart format and a download. We have the download because I was too lazy to get up and go anywhere to buy it. And it's pretty sweet. It's a great RPG, great JRPG, no complaints.
My turn.
It might even disrupt Final Fantasy VI from my list of favorite games of all
Don't start
time.
Things you can't finish.
Yay! Oh hey, I have enough JP for the thing.
Enough what?
I keep hitting the plus button like it's going to go to the menu.
Yeah, me too. I think that's a Final Fantasy VI thing. I mean, 14 thing.
Yeah, that's the thing I want.
Oh, you got your 100 JP. I didn't notice that.
Here we go.
Huh. I don't have one of those yet. I must have been picking skills weird.
Yep, I got steel HP and steel SP, so that's probably why. Okay, so that'll make stealing fun.
Yeah, 50% chance you'll just whack him when you do a steal attempt. Interesting.
How do I get up there? Yay, money! If I can find my way back down the cliff. Damn it.
This is the beginning of your end. Out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way.
Let's give it a shot.
Yours, mine.
Nope.
There you go.
Well,
Just whack him for no reason.
steal. You don't have anything. That's what you get for not having anything. There we go.
What's yours, mine.
The coin flip's chance is pretty good.
Where's the nearest tavern?
I should probably heal.
Yeah, healing grapes are pretty cheap. My recommendation for anyone who gets the game, Pyro Pro Tip or whatever the fuck, is stock up on healing grapes. They're like $10 each or something like that. They're pretty cheap. No, I'm thinking of Helo Leafs from Ogre Battle. I think healing grapes are 50 Octopath dollars, which is still pretty cheap.
My turn.
Get out of
And
here.
that's that.
So we'll see if the Akamura can get to a second character and do their mission, and then we will call the stream. So that's still quite a ways away. I'm just trying to plan ahead to when I'm going to call it.
That must be a marker for something.
I'm sorry?
The flag must be a marker for something.
Probably.
Saving. Doodly-doodly-doo-ba-doo.
Right, he says, incidentally, since it's an incidental attack.
Incidentally. Okay.
I haven't seen Alphen yet either, or whatever his name is. I don't even remember who he is. I think Alphen's the one who, like, I looked over the 8 characters. I was about 90% sure I'd pick Primrose regardless.
Eggs.
Out of my way.
But, like, I was 90% sure I was going to pick Primrose, but I wanted to look at everyone's bios. And there was only, like, one character I found incredibly boring. Like, the other 7 sounded intriguing with their premise backstories for as good as half a paragraph will tell you any information. But one character, I was just like, eh. And I think it was Alphen. Probably because I can't remember anything about him is the reason why he was the forgettable one. I literally forgot what his premise was.
Come to think of it, I've forgotten what everyone else's premise was.
Well, Primrose is a dancer. There's the hunter girl, the cleric, the brainy guy.
Yep, the scholar.
Right, the warrior. Like, I don't remember what Alphen is. He's just a dude.
Sabin.
So... But I mean, that's no prejudgment. Maybe he's got a really good story. It just, whatever was written in his premise did not latch onto my brain.
Get out of here. Or don't. Get out of here.
Do you like the battle system?
Yes. I'm having a lot of fun. I have to think about what I'm doing though.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, that's the good thing. Like, it's not as mindless as just hitting attack over and over.
Addlewart.
It's easy to get the hang of, but there's just enough going on that it's not mindless. Because as you saw, whenever I grind in a classic Final Fantasy, I tend to just hold down the whatever button and just attack for the random battles. If we ever do Final Fantasy IV on the show, then you'll see that in action, because usually the random battles are pretty useless.
Wait, I was headed this way. Shh.
Yeah, it's really easy to get turned around in this game. Yeah, see if you can try to... Oh, never mind.
See if I can try to...
Never mind.
No, what's up?
There's a symbol on the radar which is 2 mountains, which that indicates a cave. And if you go into the cave, it's permanently marked on your world map. If you do not go into the cave, it is not marked on your world map. I don't know if it'll make a difference at any point. Honestly, those are high-level areas anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. I've just been going out of my way to go into the caves just to get them marked, just for future reference, but I also always overplan everything, so...
Nothing wrong with overplanning.
Out of my way.
Alright, I'm trusting you to get an incidental.
What's yours is mine.
Thank you.
Wow, 3 for 3.
Well, not for 3 for 3, but like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I missed one earlier.
Oh.
Kill it! Kill it! Kill it before it lays itself!
Out of my way.
I know. Those things are a weird, cute, disturbing combination.
Damn it.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Okay, so mountains, so cave?
I wouldn't worry about it. Like I said, he wouldn't be able to get in there for a while anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you can walk in, but all those caves are like level 20 to 30 danger.
Oh, gotcha.
Come on. I've got better things to
Oh
do.
boy.
My turn. Over here. My turn. My turn.
I'm kind of hurting for splash attacks.
Yours, mine.
Like, multiple enemies I want an AoE, you know? Ow.
My turn.
One gone.
Let's do this.
And that's that.
Well, that was violent. Here's a box.
I'll make this quick. What's yours is mine.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to go well. Ow. Ow. You know what, dude?
You're too fun.
That's what.
I appreciate it, really.
That was like a free action shoot. Well, not free, but free special.
My turn.
Yoink.
It's yours is mine.
I'll take that.
Let's do this.
Oh, I can only boost it 4 times.
Yeah, no matter how many points you have.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Okay, so I'm right by it, right? Where is it? That must be it.
Come on,
Or-
I've got better
there it
things
goes.
to do. Out of my way. Out of my way.
Ow!
Out of my way. Out of my way.
Chibi, you'll have to talk to either Cam or Kalo. They are the hosts of those.
Haha! Man, when that incidental attack hits.
Are you?
Oh good, he didn't die.
Out of my way. What's yours is mine. Don't start things you can't finish.
Yay! Stoof! How many points do I need for the next thingy? Oh. Oh. Holy crap. Okay then. On the lookout for an egg. Probably. Caves. Danger level 20.
Yeah.
Bye!
Just as long as you've been there once, it'll be on your world map permanently.
It's probably where that egg plunked off to. There's this chick who's all like, I lost an egg down the cliff and I don't know where it went. And it's like,
Come on, I've got
Maybe.
better things to do.
Is that a side quest?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's because I haven't cleared Therian City yet.
Would help if we use the right weapon. Ow.
My turn. You're too kind.
Over here.
What's yours? Mine. Out of my way. I'm ready. Are you? My turn. What's yours? Mine.
There's like that split second where you're waiting for him to incidentally attack, and it's like,
Where's the nearest tavern?
I'm just gonna get to the next vendor, and they're gonna be like, "What do you have to sell?" And I'm just gonna like upend like a shitload of addlewarts from my sweater. And he's gonna be like, "We can't take these." And I'm gonna be like, "Yes, you can." And he's gonna be like, "No,
I'll
no, we
make
really
this
can't." And I'll be like, "Yes, you can."
My turn. No, you
Why
don't.
did I do that? Birds hate us,
Take
right?
this.
I guess not enough.
You're too kind.
Over here.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Okay, I passed the entrance. I must have. Where is it?
No. No, go back down.
This is the beginning of your end.
Wrong thing.
My turn.
Getting stronger at least. Ah! Squalling me!
Go down that ramp to your left down. Yep, right there. Wait, what?
Come on, I've got better
What the
things
heck?
to do.
There is a way forward from there somewhere. Once you're back on the field, I'll take a look. Actually, you can look on the
Out of my way.
world map too to sort of get a gauge where the exit is.
Over here.
The radar has exits too. I'll show you once you're there.
My turn.
Fuck this.
My turn. What's yours? Mine.
Thanks, dude.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Yay!
Alright, if you look at the radar, the diamonds are the exit. So yeah, I guess you're in the wrong spot. Sorry.
That's okay.
Um,
Oh yeah.
looks like you've got to go back left
yeah.
and then down. Yeah.
No,
you'll-
because I'm trying to get in there, right?
Yeah, but I think you're gonna have to cross the bridge back to the other side. Yeah, I see what's going on now. It's a little confusing.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
I'm exchanging them for a holy bottle. Although I suppose if they've implemented fast travel, they wouldn't have a reason for them.
What?
The items that limit your
Out of my way.
what's the word? Encounter rate.
Oh, they sell something like that? I didn't notice.
Most RPGs do. Like Pokemon has repels. Tales of Symphonia, well,
Out of my
Tales
way.
series on its own has like holy bottles.
Where's
I
the
see.
nearest tavern?
Yeah, there's an exit to the left, but that's not the one you want. You want the exit down. Yeah, this place confused me too. Multiple times.
I was gonna say, there's nothing but pain that way.
Probably. So you want to go down.
Come on, I've got better things.
Scree scrawl, I'm a bird!
What's yours is mine.
Cam says only Tales game he played was
Where's
Fantasia.
the nearest tavern?
Oh man.
Only one I've touched is Vesperia, and I never beat it, unfortunately.
Tales of Fantasia was the first one, I think. Doo-doo. Stuff over here. Boink. And I just pick up this grape off the ground.
This is the beginning of your end.
Out of my way.
Come on, go down.
My turn.
Hello, Neeland. Thank you for joining the stream. I believe you are new to the channel. I appreciate the view. Or if you're a lurker, that is okay too.
Alright, come on. Yeah, here we go. Maybe.
I played a decent amount of Tales of Vesperia. I
this way.
didn't...
Wait.
Huh?
Oh no. I was
My...
thinking there's a way up, but there's not.
This is the beginning of your end.
Good God, you're
Yeez.
only one of maybe
Out of
3
my
people
way.
ever to pronounce it. What, did most people call you Nyland?
Looks like Leland, so Neeland.
Yeah. But,
Neeland loves his vapor trails.
Out of my
But,
way.
in Vesperia, like,
I'm
my
not
numbers
sorry,
are thrown
Crap
off because the Akamura is not kidding when she says she'll grind in most JRPGs. What was it? I got to a specific spot in Vesperia, and I was shocked how quickly I got there. Because I only watched you play it off and on, and it took you like 15 hours to get there, and it took me like 1 hour.
Yes.
Because you spent 14 hours grinding, and it, like, that would drive me completely batty.
Gotta get them mats.
So, like, I don't even know how far I got, because my view of how far I got in Vesperia was skewed by how far she got in Vesperia, so... I know in Vesperia, for anyone who's played it, there's a part in Vesperia where you get to do like this weird territory battle with your dog, and the Akamura got to that part and I never did, for whatever that's worth. I think I only got like 3 or 4 or 5 characters. I wanted to play it more, I just didn't have time. Anyway, thank you, Neeland. I appreciate.
That's not the right place either.
Wait. Where?
That's a dungeon.
No, that's it. West Clearbrook. That's where you want to go.
Oh.
Yep. I appreciate the kind words for Monster Rancher 3 and my audio and editing quality. Believe me, that is a lot of self-taught and a lot of mistakes that have come over the years. I've just tried to always get better.
Hey, stranger.
I don't know. Just always trying to get better.
So that's more information on the egg.
Are you trying to steal from the poor lady? Okay, you stole from the poor lady. You obtained odds and ends.
Okay.
Oh, that could be vendor trash. There are some items that are designed specifically to sell. Yeah, he's kind of gross.
Out of my way.
Maybe if you kiss him, he'll turn into a beautiful girl.
I think I'll just kill him.
Okay. Hello, Tari. Thank you for joining the stream.
Sorry.
Kinseed. That's not the first time you brought it up. I meant to take a closer look at it, and I kept forgetting to. Let me take a look at it real quick. It's a nice thing about not doing the game for once, like the Akamura is playing, not me, so I can
Hit him. Yeah!
actually look around. Kinseed, a whimsical sandbox RPG.
Whimsical.
Yeah, the Akamura loves whimsy.
Yes. It is
She is,
90% of what I run on.
There are few words that will attract her more interested to a thing than whimsy. Kinseed, you've been given the Kinseed, a mystical acorn that grows into a family tree where your choices manifest in its branches. Raise a family, farm the land, run shops, explore a world where everyone ages. When you die, step into the shoes of your children and continue your legacy. Well, that sounds intriguing. Kinseed is a sandbox RPG adventure life sim brought to you by the developers who worked on the Fable series. Run a blacksmith, go adventuring, farm your land, develop relationships, find proverbs. Gather materials, buy strange artifacts. I'm really burned out of farming games, so if the big draw of Kinseed is it's a multi-generational Harvest Moon, I will probably pass. But that is not to say we wouldn't give it a shot, and that's not to say the Akamura wouldn't play it, because that's right up her alley. Ew. Yeah, I'm looking at a Steam page, so I'm not looking at what you're dealing with.
Ew.
So maybe like that's all I can give you right now.
Thanks.
Release date is when it's ready, trademark. That's really funny.
Out of my way.
Do you see this? On the Steam page, it says release date when it's ready, trademarked. That's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I certainly won't rule it out. This is gonna be no, it's not multiplayer. That's fine. But
Pomegranate.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see when it comes out. A dedicated commitment to constant, never-ending improvement is always an admirable quality. Oh, thank you, Neelan. I appreciate that. I don't think I possess those qualities, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. At least when
Welcome
it's
to Clearbrook, where the waters are pure and still.
at least when it's for other people, I always try to improve. You know, it's funny too because like this is nothing against the regulars. Certainly, kind of the opposite. But like the mistakes I made in things like audio editing have turned into jokes now. Like if you hear a hiss in the background, we call that the bees because I've gotten better about editing it out. But like for years, my channel had the bees. You can hear them in Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 6. You can hear them in my Monster Rancher 4 series, just because I didn't know how to edit that out.
Fire,
so,
please. And a chamber pot.
the regulars who have been with me for years, like, didn't think about it at the time, and then I did better, and then if they watch the old stuff, they can hear and see the mistakes I made. Or like, my flag backgrounds. I have this bright blue background I used for a long time. Actually, that might be on the Monster Rancher 3 series. And now I use a more subtle blue. And no one really complained about the bright blue, but now that you've seen the subtle blue, if I go back to the bright blue, I blind people. So, just
Give me that.
trying to improve all the little stuff, everything I can.
Nice.
Sorry to, like, I don't know,
No, you're
arrest
good. Like-
the conversation.
No, like, I'm not talking because I'm in RPG mode. So
What is
just
RPG mode?
Didn't I just buy that? Ah.
Yeah, the bees are unavoidable in the streams, but even then, I'm starting to work on how I'm figuring out the problem. I've basically figured out why the bugs, fudge, why the bees happen in streams, and I'm able to start countering them. I mean, like, I don't know if anyone can tell, but the Akamura is using our number 2 microphone instead of the backup, and that alone is helping the bees. I even listened back, and this stream right now has very few bees. It's very quiet. And it's a combination of using better mics and better quality. In fact, actually, you guys can help me out on a test soon. Because we'll be getting our lapel mic soon, and I'll want to stream with that, play around with it. The professional thing to do would be to not let you hear my tests, instead to just do the tests on my own, record it, listen back to it, and so on. But, you know, sometimes I feel like streaming, and it'll be kind of fun to stream with the lapel mic, and I won't have a microphone in my mouth, and I'll be able to, I don't know, play Kerbal Space Program or something. But that is for another day, because I'm still waiting on that stuff to get here. In fact, talk to me, Hotmail, because I still use Hotmail because I'm an old man. Let's see.
You're not an old man. Stop it.
I'm an old man. I have a Hotmail account. I'm an old man.
I have a Hotmail account. I guess that
Let's
makes me
see.
an old man too.
You are an old man.
Get off my lawn!
Let's
You
see.
kids these days with your rap music
My package will
and your Crips
arrive
and Bloods.
on the 27th. Okay. Do I have anything
Oh, hey,
critical
here he
in
is.
there? No, I don't have anything critical in there. It is my lapel mic, a converter for the lapel mic, and 8 micro USB cables. All right. Cool. I thought I got something else in that package. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and read that, if you wish.
We found this Alphen dude. He's an apothecary, which
That's
is a
why I don't
fancy way
remember
to
him.
say drugstore clerk. He's a pharmacist. His whole life has been spent in this podunk shithole, where he looks after the old. He's not alone in his efforts. His best friend since boyhood works alongside him, but Zeph's a dick, isn't he? This is how the story goes. But when Zeph's little sister is bitten by a deadly viper, it falls to Alphen to fashion an antidote before the poison takes her. So he ventures out into the cave of Rio, where he must do battle with the dread beast. He will need caring allies on the path he has chosen. But he's stuck with Therion.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, let's do Alphen.
What mic are you currently using? I'm using a Yeti Blue. Yes, the Yeti Blues are... Oh, hold on. I'll answer that after the cutscene.
Cough, cough. Oh, God.
Grandpa, be strong! Can you really save him with that medicine of yours?
Nah, bitch, I'm just fucking about with
Just
herbs.
sit tight.
Oh, there's your guy that you said was Edgar. He's got Edgar's hair and ponytail for sure.
Yep, we found him.
Bam! That should do her. Drink it down slowly now.
Well, I'll be. Thank you, my boy.
Don't mention it. Just doing my job. This'll stop the coughing for now, but your lungs have seen better days. Try to give the pipe a rest, sir. Here?
Oh, Elfin, thank you ever so much. How blessed we are to have an apothecary like you in our little
I agree
village.
with that, Cam, actually, because he has shorter hair. Edgar's
It's not much.
ponytail is down to his butt.
And he's gonna return the money because he's such a good soul, isn't he?
Nah, it's
Good
on the
call.
house. Why don't y'all hold on to that and buy something tasty for you and your grandpa?
Oh my god, Alphen and Therian make one ridiculous combination of dudes.
Right. this is
That's
gonna
a buddy cop comedy waiting to happen.
I'll be back to check in on him, okay?
Wait, so you provided a service, and when they offered you money, you turned it down. You're the dumbest motherfucker I have ever met.
You're in character as Therian, right?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure yet. You were using your normal voice.
Mama. Did you see me, Ma? I whipped up an antitussive elixir like you wouldn't believe. Can't believe it's been a year already.
Okay. I reversed my opinion
Am I
on
any
his
closer
story.
to being the man I want to be? The man he was.
Because that's immediately hitting themes that speak to me.
Oh, I've been looking all over for you.
Hey, Azeth. Done for the day?
Yes, only 2 patients today. Having you around sure eases the burden. If only I could convince you to quit giving out discounts.
Oh, come on. The poor gal has enough trouble looking after old Alec. I can't very well take what little she has.
I'm just teasing.
Are you? He's not.
You know that's what I like about you. If the villagers are healthy and happy, that's more than good enough for me.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
We may be new to this, but between the 2 of us, this village is in good hands.
Sure is. Plagues, epidemics, bring your worst.
He tempted it. Here comes the worst.
I'm counting on you, Alf. We all are. Who'd have thought that little troublemaker would turn out to be a top-notch apothecary, huh?
We can't all be born with a silver pestle in hand, Master Seth.
Nerd.
Your mother would be proud.
Maybe.
Anyway, I should be getting back to Nina.
Yeah, beat it. Head on home, big brother.
Hey, Alphen. We've been friends ever since we were small, right? I know you better than anyone, so be honest. You're keeping something from me, aren't you? I'm right, aren't I? Alf, the truth is...
Master Zeph! Master Zeph, you must come quickly. It's your sister.
Oh shit, man.
Too much in the feels?
Little too much in the feels.
These look like bite marks. Alphen, could you take a look as well?
I mean, for as much as I joke around on the show and everything, there are certain plot elements I have trouble, or I should say plot themes, I have trouble
making into jokes.
Yeah, like, I just can't. It's just when they hit certain themes, it's not just any RPG, you know. And this is the first time I'm seeing this one, so.
Indeed.
We were all like, this guy sucks. We're not even going to bother with him. And then we bothered with him. And he's just like, oh, really?
Nina's the only family I have. If I lost her, I'd...
Wish she could tell us what happened.
It's safe to assume she was bitten by something poisonous. But what? Without knowing the nature of the poison...
Yeah, the wrong medicine could make things worse, and quick.
Damn it all! What foul beast did this to my Nina?
Let me ask around. Maybe someone saw something.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's new to me. Oh. So you inquire. Interesting. The microphone I use is a Shug PG53, which is a supposed professional grade musician's microphone. Because I use a soundboard rather than a USB. But I've heard the Blue Yetis are the best you can use if you're not using a professional grade microphone. And the only reason I'm using a Shug rather than a Blue Yeti is it was cheaper. Like, it's not me being uppity or hipstery that, oh, I use a soundboard. Like, I do use a soundboard because I do the show frequently with someone else. If I didn't, I'd use Blue Yetis probably.
It gives me boosts when I do that, too.
What kind of boost?
I just got a discount at the end.
Oh, that's cool.
So now I go in here, and there's no one. Yeah.
But, yeah, and Neelan, I'm very open with how I do the show. I don't keep secrets or anything, so if you ever want to know anything, just ask away. The Hawks will tell you. I'm very open, sometimes too open, and sometimes overshare. Anyway, yes, this is Dog Island over again. I had to take... When I was doing Dog Island, I had to take a step back from it. Like, I intentionally made more jokes than I felt because... If I didn't, I would probably wind up crying. Not literally, but I would be too sad to do the show. Like an example of that, if you're ever curious,
I lost all my crap.
Is in Minecraft story mode, because a particular character dies in episode 5, and that particular character rocked me to the point where, for about 2 minutes. Which is a long time when you do a show like this, but for about 2 minutes, I said nothing. And the reason was if I had opened my mouth, I would have started crying. So I had to just go pure silent, try to step away from it. And then when I edited the episode, I frickin' lost it. But, you know, while I was there, so I didn't just start weeping on the microphone, I had to take a step back and try to put myself in a different mentality. Okay, KJ Friend says the guy that kind of looks like Link has a decent story. Impossible. Yeah, I know. I've heard that all the characters have really good stories. I can't prove it since I'm not very far. I know Primrose has nearly made me cry. The warrior, whose name I forget, Ulrich, I think is his name, has a fairly generic story so far. So that one didn't make me feel anything. That was just sort of an automatic premise.
Snacks.
I'm trying to think. Tressa's character was okay. It was pretty decent. The Hunter's story was... Hunter's story was this weird mix between cliche and just enough of a twist on the cliche that it wasn't bad, but it also wasn't really super gripping. But here's the thing, like, I also put a lot of this stuff into context that if I'm a new RPG player, like if this is my second or third or fourth RPG I've ever played, I'm going to be hooked on it, you know? I've said before that I think the plot of Final Fantasy VI is brilliant, but that was also my first real RPG
You're a kitty.
I played, so, you know, you never forget your first.
I think he meowed at me.
Yeah, they have doggies too. They're very cute. Anyway, catching up on the story. Yeah, Ryu. I will confess she's a bit of a MacGuffin. You know, we have to find the super special poison healing medicine.
MacGuffin girl.
And, let's see. Kaylin, that's okay. That's what the archive version is for. I've been kind of quiet anyway, so it's not bad. And I hope you got some good sleep. When I'm feeling anxious about things, my sleep is the first thing to go. That's my second thing to go. First thing I do is stop eating. Then I stop sleeping.
Oh?
Nina is...
I can't believe it, but...
Yes.
Holy...
That must be bad.
I see.
Nina.
How come all the nice shit is in, like, caves with beasts?
That's why.
It's like she's going to pick water flowers in this cave, but there's poisonous snakes in there. It's like...
Give me a break.
Well...
Because it wouldn't be much of an adventure if the cure was just growing in the bushes outside.
Hold on now.
Should add that to a rational story thing. Like every once in a while you see one of those, like, if people actually were smart in a horror movie, it's like, let's go hang out at my grandparents' old cabin for the weekend. They get there and it's this rickety piece of shit. It's like, fuck this, let's go to Cabo.
It's like you keep telling me tropes are not bad. Sort of like the cheapest way you can get people to like a hero is to kill their dog.
Yeah.
Just a minute.
That's proven true in movies. If you want the audience to get on the side of the hero immediately in the cheapest, fastest way possible, you kill their dog. Like they did in I Am Legend.
Oh god, yeah.
Yep. Kim, I don't know. Depression is a funny thing, and it takes different forms for everybody. For me, I just stopped eating. Longest I ever went without food was 5 days. That was toward the end of my Walmart run, and that doesn't seem like very long to me either. 5 days isn't that long. 3 of those days I didn't drink anything either. That was bad, because by the time the 5 days were over, my gums were bleeding really badly, because I wasn't getting any water in my mouth. But yeah, I just stopped eating. Like, lately, in fact, I don't even eat more than 1 meal a day anymore. And what I do eat is fairly small. I'm just... I don't know.
Oh, so I accompany them on their thing now.
Yes. And you get to do their dungeon with them. As a result, like, their area is a bit more powerful, but you're fine. You are so above level, it doesn't matter. Like, right now, they're on level 5, and you're level 9. You could solo it yourself without Alphen. The next one will be at level 7, I believe, and I don't know what the one is after that. Have I ever considered playing a multiplayer RPG on the stream? Divinity 2, for example. It's really interesting you say Divinity 2, because the Akamura and I were in GameStop last night, and we saw Divinity 2, and it has couch co-op on the PS4 version, which is really weird, because most PS4 don't... most modern games don't have couch co-op anymore. So we thought about it. I can't remember how much they were asking for, but it was a bit more than I was willing to spend, since I've been spending money a little too hard this last week. But it's like, I'd be willing to. We certainly have plenty of stuff on the show right now of the fans. We have Jackbox. I try to do as much audience participation as I can, especially during these streams. Octopath Traveler doesn't really lend itself to audience participation, but like Lord Ariados, who has left, I believe, his favorite stream we did, his second favorite stream we did, is Oregon Trail, where I named everyone after the fans. I want to get a like a board game going on, so like I could even play with you guys even if I'm physically taking your turns for you, kind of thing. You know, just little stuff like that. So I'd be willing to do an RPG. The only thing is I'd want commentary, and I have found out the hard way that we can't do multiple people's voices and record at the same time, and I'm not sure why. Like, there's something off with either Discord or my internet connection. So I need to figure out how to solve that problem before I do it.
Okay, I want this stuff, so.
What stuff? What are you doing?
This guy's got some nice shit, so I'm gonna save some and steal it.
Fair enough. But yeah, Chibi Girl, like, if we get, for example, Monopoly, because I mean I have Monopoly on my 360, I just don't have my 360 hooked up. You'd have to just X out of the menu entirely. Go to miscellaneous. I think that'll take you back to the title screen. Yeah. There you go.
Want that stuff.
But if we do Monopoly, that's easy to do with me just rolling the dice for you guys, kind of thing.
That one. Yeah, that one.
No.
No, that's the other side. This one. Yes. Derp.
I'll say that one's like 20 minutes ago.
I am herping and a derping.
It's fine.
Hey, dude.
When I tried to get that to work, it didn't work, so I don't know what was wrong with me. Because I tried to save Scum with Primrose doing something.
Okay, we have the thing.
When it comes to depression, I shut down, start sleeping more than I should. My anxiety. Yeah, for me, it's difficult for me to do anything, but like I don't eat and I don't sleep because when I lay down to sleep, my brain just obsesses over whatever I'm sad about, and then you know, when I finally do fall asleep, it's difficult for me to get up after I wake up. So it hits everyone different, you know. There's never a single way anyone is sad or whatever, or happy, or anything. And me, I just tend to destroy myself.
I'll make this quick.
Here goes nothing.
Like, part of the reason I don't eat is to inflict pain on myself. Because, you know, as much as I've talked about that I've self-harmed, like, not eating is a... I need to be careful how I say this so it's not technically illegal. starving yourself is an effective and easily concealed way to harm yourself because, you know, you can inflict the pain and no one can even notice anything's wrong. It happens. Because I've self-harmed, you know, multiple ways. I've got scars up and down my left arm because I've used box cutters, and it does the job in a sense of what I'm needing to get out of self-harming, but you can't hide it, especially if you work in Walmart and are required to wear a short sleeve polo. But you know, so it's easier to starve yourself because then no one can see, no one can look inside your stomach.
Where's the nearest tavern?
It is what it is, you know. But enough about that. We're gonna watch the Akamura kick some butt and take some names. You trying to get that treasure chest? They do a lot of that, where like the path is a little not obvious, and that's how you get treasure. And they use the foreground effectively to block the path to find where you need to go.
Here goes nothing.
I suppose.
PC version has split screen. I don't remember that. When I did the guide on that one, I played single player, so it never even occurred to me. I feel bad about that one. Kalo, channel manager Kalo wanted to play Divinity with me. Oh, Divinity 2. Sorry, I just caught that you said Divinity 2. I can't remember if Divinity 1 was like that. I have not played Divinity 2. Original Sin, if that's the one you're referring to. I have not played that one yet. I wrote the guide for Divinity Original Sin, the original, and Kalo bought it and really wanted to play it with me, but by the time he was ready to, like once he bought it, I was so burned out of playing it that I didn't want to touch it again. I don't think I have touched it. I don't think I've touched Divinity Original Sin since I wrote the guide. Because it's just too much for me. I always burn myself out whenever I write guides. Let me see. Divinity Original Sin. 97 hours, last played in 2014. Yup. And I also have the free enhanced edition, whatever that is.
What's the big idea?
Divinity Original Sin 2's GM mode brings pen and paper RPGs to the screen.
Bring it on.
That's cool. Just looking at getting that. I heard really good things about it. I just never had the interest or the money. I do have a Discord. You can find links to the Discord, our Facebook page, Twitter page, and my novel all in the video description. And you are free to participate as much or as little as you want. I do not discriminate. Like, we have Patreon and PayPal, like I said. Donations are appreciated. I'm certainly not going to turn them down because right now I use the money on food, although thanks to a particularly huge, generous donation last week, I was able to buy the lapel mic, the RAM for my computer, and a couple other upgrades. But generally, we use it on food. We don't really make that much from the channel. But it is what it is. And if you don't donate, that's totally cool. No judgment, like I said. I don't care. Majority of our people don't donate, so it's fine.
Here we go.
Although we will be relaunching the Patreon page with new rewards. A couple of rewards are going away, but for the majority of it, we'll be doing rewards for... we'll have some new rewards. One of the rewards we're going to be adding, since Ryu's in the chat, this applies to him most of all right now. Ryu, yes, I did get your money, Cam. Thank you. I appreciate the donation. I'm sorry I didn't say that. I got it at the end of the Kerbal stream, I think, and didn't have a chance to say hi. So one of the rewards that is currently on the Patreon that I had hoped was bigger. Was that if you donated past a certain point, you could vote for a game I would do a series on. And that turned out to be very, what's the word? I'm trying to think of a fancy word. I can't think of the fancy word. It turned out to be a bad idea, only because I couldn't administer it very well. So what we're going to be doing instead is something similar, but it's going to be easier for me to do, which will make Ryu happy. Basically, since we've started streaming on Twitch now, which we did not do when we first opened the Patreon, the reward tier is going to change to, if you donate past a certain point, I'll stream something for you some random day and work for it, work around it. So like Ryu really wants me to play War for the Overworld a lot, and I enjoy the game, but it's hard for me to like do a whole series on it because, you know, if I promise to do a series, that means, you know, editing and working around the normal schedule, getting votes, trying to contact all the patrons. Like, it just doesn't work well. So if I change that to I'll stream a random day of the game you want me to play, that's way easier, and we get the clip system with Twitch and all sorts of other things. And it takes away the risk of if the game's bad, which it's not in Ryu's case, but like if someone wanted me to play a particular game that just turned out to be not great for commentary, it wouldn't take away from the main show. So that's one of the reward tiers that is changing, and I'm going to make it more reasonable too. Most of the reward tiers are going to get cheaper. But that way, because, you know, I'm often free to stream, I'm just not often free to shoot a run of 8 episodes and do edits and do uploads and do thumbnails and do descriptions and do tags. You know, like, doing the main show, there is way more going on behind the scenes than it may appear. With streams, I just sit my ass down, hit the start streaming button, and have fun. So, you know, it's much easier to deal with. So yeah, anyway, that reward tier is changing. I think it's going to be a net positive because I can keep my word better that way. Anyway, it's cool, Neelan. Again, no pressure, buddy. No pressure. I'm not going away anytime soon. As long as I'm physically able, I'll do the show. Doesn't matter how much I'm getting or not getting. And that makes it sound like I don't need it, and that's the opposite of what I'm saying. Because, you know, with donations, I can focus full-time. We're running out of money now. I'm going to be taking classes to get into a particular job that is currently hiring just because I've got to return back to the workforce, which may hurt the show. I'm already dealing with the fallout of what may come from that, but don't worry about it. We'll be okay. The channel as a whole is not going anywhere, and the Twitch channel especially as a whole is not going anywhere. I promise.
Treasure chest up there.
Yeah, sorry I've been watching again.
No, you're okay.
I tend to monologue.
I'm just going through the cave.
I wonder if I could get Pyro to do a hentai game. I can't because Twitch bluntly bans anything sexual for their games, which, like, they have a blanket ban on Sakura. And that's even Sakura censored. Like, you cannot do Sakura games on Twitch. Your channel will get banned. So I will have veto power, obviously. I'm not going to be playing anything that's going to get me in trouble or anything that I really, really don't want to play. Like, for a simple, somewhat blanket ban I have is that I don't want to play survival horror because I just don't like the genre. Nothing against people who like it.
But if you do want a survival horror, I'll play it, even though I might have an anxiety attack mid-roll.
Hey, if you want to do the reward instead of me, that's fine. That's totally fine. And I want to state again, like, survival horror is pretty narrow. Like, I don't consider Resident Evil 6 survival horror. That's an action game with zombies. If I'm thinking of the right one. Isn't 6 the one where you pick, like, one of 4 campaigns and
yes.
Chris punches a rock? Okay, yeah.
No, that's Resident Evil 5 is where Chris punches a rock. But,
either way, point is, yeah, that stuff I don't really care about. The other thing I veto is I will not stream something that I am currently doing a series on, because that sort of defeats the purpose. Like, last week, our Plan A was disrupted, so I kicked it to the viewers to ask, what games do you guys want to play? And I got a lot of requests for Monster Rancher and Ogre Battle, but both of those are active series, so it doesn't really work out. So, but anyway, that's all. None of that matters unless you're a donator to Patreon, so don't even worry about it. What job? I've been kind of secret about it just because I'm a little embarrassed about it. Because I have a feeling some people are going to think it's stupid. But I'm taking classes to be a tax preparer because I think it's something I know it's something I can be good at because I'm numbers and details oriented, sometimes to a fault. So I think I'd be pretty good at that. But I have to take classes to know how to tax. But it's important for me to know anyway because since I've been doing YouTube full time the past 16 months, I need to know taxes a little differently. And it'd be better if I can just do them myself. Tax preparers make decent money, and it's not going to get me rich, but it's income, and it's more than retail, and I'm just tired of retail, and I want to do something else. So I want an office job, is what it comes down to. And you can't really get more office than a tax preparer. And it's also a very safe job because it's not going to go away. The only way a tax preparer would be completely out of work is if the government no longer exists. And if the government no longer exists, I have bigger problems than being unemployed. So, yeah, that's what that's the other thing. Like, everyone's heard of the cliche, the only things in life that are guaranteed are death and taxes. And if you extrapolate that to being a tax preparer, I mean, it's a very secure job. No one wants to do taxes. It can get easier when you have software that can help you, obviously, but the job isn't going away. I made a mistake when I was in high school because I was very interested. Aw, thank you, Chibi Girl. I appreciate that. And and now I'm not going to have a 0 in that column for the financial report for the first time in 6 months. Anyway. So, shit, what was I saying? Oh, death and tax. So, okay, I made a mistake in high school because I was interested in computer hardware. And I was asked by family and others, why don't you get into IT? Why don't you start studying computer science? And my naive teenager mentality at the time said, I won't need to get into computer repair because I foresee computers taking over the world. Not literally, but, everyone's going to have a computer. So I assume that everyone is going to learn the basics themselves and know how to swap out parts and all that. And that's not true. Which, if I had thought a little bit harder, I think I could have reasoned it out, because it's like a mechanic. Most people own cars, but while a few may know how to change a tire, no one knows. Very few know how to, change the individual parts of your engine. So, I don't know. But, taxes is that way, I think. Taxes will always exist. Some people will get into taxes, but not everyone is going to learn how to do it properly. So, tax preparers will always be needed. I'm going to shut up now over the cutscene. Sorry.
There it is. This dude's very affable.
Did you grind it all with Alphen? Did you get into level 7?
I did not, but I forgot his name. I'm so busy with Alphen's.
Yeah. Yeah, Therian's at least 9 or 10 at this point.
He's 10, yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't have too much of a problem.
Well now.
That is true, KJ.
Better roll up.
Ew, he's a little too well rendered.
I know, right?
Ew.
Wait a minute. Not bad. Not bad.
I understand that, Kalen. I was having... I wouldn't go so far as to call it anxiety, but I was nervous about dealing with my RAM because I don't like hearing the beepies. The beepies, for those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, it's when you start your computer and before anything happens and starts beeping at you, that means there's a serious hardware problem somewhere. That will send me into spirals of depression and fear very quickly because I always think worst case scenario and I'm like, I'm going to have to replace a $700 machine. But luckily, that is not true. I've done a pretty okay job with my computer.
Yeah.
Alvin looks like he's just got a headache. Or he's thinking really hard.
Out of my way.
Gotcha.
Shucks.
Did he just say shucks?
Mm-hmm.
Here goes nothing.
What did the ear of corn say when all of his clothes fell off? That's a Bo Burnham bit. 66%, not good enough.
Ugh, that snake is way too well rendered. It's freaking me out.
Fuck this.
It does sound like he says fuck this.
All right.
Right? Alright. That did nothing I wanted it to. Okay, you stop that.
Real quick, just to finish up my blathering.
Here we go.
After spending 10 years in retail, I just decided I wanted a factory job. Shit, an office job, and I was always told by coworkers that I'm smart or whatever the fuck. I don't believe it, but you know, you're so smart, you're college educated, you shouldn't be wasting away at Walmart. And I'm like, I'm not wasting away at Walmart. It's a paycheck and it's honest work, even if it's annoying and I feel like I'm underpaid. But everyone always feels like they're underpaid in everything they do. So, you know, I didn't. But I'm just. What was killing me at Walmart is I basically spent 8 years. Because I spent 10. No, it was the whole 10 years because I didn't have a window there either. Anyway, I spent my entire Walmart career inside in corner areas, whether that was the deli at first or bicycle assembly for the last 8 years, and in both cases I didn't have a window. And because of my shift, there were days when I literally did not see the sun that day. Like during the winter, I would come in before the sun was up, and then I would leave after the sun went down. It was really depressing, and I love rain. As regulars know, I love thunderstorms. And there would be times I'd hear the rain, and I'd hear the thunder crash, and I got to see the customers panicking because everyone thinks they're going to melt when they get a little bit of rain on them. But I wouldn't actually see the rain. I wouldn't see the sky. I wouldn't see the grass, and it was just too much, and I don't like it. So if I have an office job, then even if I don't have a window in my specific office, there will be a window near me. So that'll be nice. And right now working YouTube full-time means I'm literally sitting beside a window. Right now the blind is down because I have a splitting freaking headache. But, you know, I can look outside anytime. And it's weird. I never considered myself to be a person of simple pleasures or anything like that. I just like what I like, and I just like grass.
Out of my way.
Which, it sounds stupid when I put it that way, but like, I like grass. I don't need to be outside. I'm not a tree hugger. I am not a camper, but I like seeing grass and trees and sky and rain and sun. It's very nice. I don't think I'm much smarter than I give myself credit for, guys, but I appreciate the sentiment. Don't think I don't appreciate the sentiment. I think I have the ability to learn, and I have the stubbornness to get better at things that I try to do. But I still make a ton of mistakes. Come to Florida, it rains every... Oh, dude, you're in Florida? That's awesome. I might be heading down to Florida in December. Longtime viewers have heard the name Mike or Blizzard. I've been trying to get him on the show forever. That's still probably not going to happen. But he's getting married this December, and I might be going down to Florida to see him and attend the wedding, which will be nice because December in Florida is like 70 degrees, so it'll be nice and comfortable.
We'll have to dodge Florida Man, though.
Oh, God. We can't dodge Florida Man. If we're not lucky, Mike will become Florida Man. It would not entirely surprise me.
One of my coworkers went down to Florida for a vacation, and when he came back, he was Florida Man. It's like he went down a nice, reasonable person, and he came back an absolute dick face, and I'm like, what the fuck?
The Akamura has a dream to go to Seattle, which is doable. I mean, I live in Ohio. We live in Ohio. Specifically, Xenia, which is next to Dayton, which is next to Cincinnati.
Don't you die before I rob you.
I figure not everyone, very few know where Xenia is. But some know where Dayton is, but everyone knows at least the general vicinity of Cincinnati. But yeah, the Akamura wants to go to Seattle, and we looked, and it basically always rains in Seattle, but it's also always warm. It rarely snows because you're right next to the ocean, and it brings in the hot winds during the summer. I mean, during the winter, and then during the summer, it's cooler winds from the ocean, so it sounds like our kind of place. We'd have to get the money together. But going back to the job, the thing with retail, like if I'm a retail worker, I'm quote unquote guaranteed a job wherever I go because what?
I got a purifying
Yeah, I'm
mist,
sorry, I'm talking
and
over this.
No, you're good. Like, I'm not talking, so you're carrying conversation.
But like you can get a retail job anywhere, but it pays equally shitty anywhere. You know, it's not a living wage in most places. Maybe North Dakota, but that's about it. But if I can become a tax preparer, that will probably be a living wage wherever I go because federal taxes won't change no matter where I am, and state taxes are just going to be minor corrections of what I already know in theory. So, and especially because next year there's a new tax code that got voted in, and so a whole bunch of things are changing. So since I'm a rookie, I'm actually starting right around the same ground as even veterans because of everything that got overhauled. So it's a skill that I can take anywhere in the United States. So not that I'm planning on moving anytime soon, but I have to admit that thinking about Seattle and the West Coast, it gives the channel a possibility of having more of an audience because of YouTube's bullshit algorithms. So, plus it'll be more north, so it'll be cooler in general, and it'll be rainy. I don't know, man. Sounds kind of nice. If you want to send Sean to Seattle, send her there in early September to PAX Prime. Never been to any of the PAXs. In fact, the only convention I've ever been to is E3 2005. I miss it.
Yep, the only conventions I've been to were OhioCon and Animarathon, which are both in the state.
I thought about going to OhioCon a couple times. Kaylin literally lives in a state named after the Apache word for enemy. Fair enough. Don't worry, Chibi girl. If we suddenly win the lottery, which would be impossible because we don't play, because it's a tax on poor people. But anyway, sorry to get all hippie there. If we do suddenly decide to move, I'll see you before we go. But I doubt it's going to happen anytime soon. Believe me. Xenia's our home.
For better or worse right now. Aw.
That's hitting your themes that get you.
Chibi Girl says, don't go to OhioCon, it's a trap. I mean, it wasn't that bad.
What a relief.
Well now.
Yeah.
You bet. Now then.
But first to the bar.
I mean, it put me in this direction, didn't it?
It was the house right there. I thought you intentionally went past the house to go get a drink first.
Yeah. I mean, I'm Therion. Gotta go to the bar.
Yeah, Kalen's in Idaho and doesn't like it. We gamers are not built for the heartland of the United States.
Nope.
We need fast internet connections. Like Ohio's not bad. Mainly out of self-interest. Like Ohio has what, the 5th or 6th highest population of all the states?
I think so.
Like we have to have some decent internet connections and opportunities here.
We're like at this weird crossroads between bigger cities.
Yep.
You know,
Well, not just cities, but I mean states. Like usually pop culture goes inland from the coasts, but Ohio tends to get it a little quicker than other states in the Midwest and the Heartland. Just because we have so many people here. If we stop liking believe me, TC, if we could afford it, we would not be here.
Yeah, that's right.
Believe me.
Yeah.
I have little interest in going to a huge city, but I wouldn't mind going to, say, Western California, but not in, like, LA or San Francisco or somewhere like that. I wouldn't mind going east either. I've heard New England's pretty nice. I think I was looking into... Was it New Hampshire? It was Vermont, Connecticut, or New Hampshire, one of the three. I was looking into a while ago. Yeah, I agree with that, Neelan.
Now then.
I've heard California is like the most regulated state. But I'm playing the game of money is no object, so I can do whatever I want kind of thing.
Yeah.
Alf.
The flame take me. It worked. Nina's feeling better by the hour.
Yay.
Scared the shit out of me, dude.
I knew it. With you on the job, was there ever any doubt?
Thank you, Alphen, for everything. You saved my sister's life. How can I ever repay you?
Don't even mention it. I helped out someone in a bind. Simple as that.
Those words. I remember when we were still small and the Great Pestilence came. father could cure every disease known to man, but for the first time, he was at a loss. Then one day, a traveler came to town bearing an elixir the likes of which we'd never seen.
Aye, this'll do it.
Thanks, mister. But why'd you save me? We ain't got no money, you know.
Listen, son, and listen well. I saw someone in a bind, and I helped him out. Simple as that.
Shucks. I hope I can do that too someday.
Ever since that day, you've worked your damnedest to become just like your hero. To help people out, just like he did.
Oh, is that how it went?
Alphen, we've been together forever now. So I can tell. You want to leave this place, don't you? You want to travel the world and help as many people as you can. Just like him.
You knew.
I'm not daft, you know.
But still, this is my home. I know you're a skilled apothecary, Seth. At least as good as... No, probably even a little better than me. But I can't leave you to look after the whole village on your own. Besides, who else would cut your ego down to size? Who'll listen to Gertis's grumblings and Meryl's tales of unrequited love?
I will. I'll do it all. Don't you worry about anything. I'll see that the villagers are happy and healthy. I swear it on my life. So go out and see the realm, Alf. Do it with your heart at ease and your head held high.
Oh, I cut him off because I didn't think he was going to say it. Oops.
Guess what, Ma?
It's like
I'm going on a journey.
the game is trying to cheaply attack me some more since it's using the happy and healthy phrase. Since I've tried to make that my thing, that I want the fans happy, healthy, and safe. It's like it's just speaking to me on multiple levels. You suck, game. I love you.
Just like the man who
Imagine starting this game and playing as Alphen and then you run into
I would have
everybody
lost my
else's
shit.
Dad's bad story.
Well, I was gonna say I would have lost my shit because if I like Alphen and Primrose are next to each other. So like if I had chosen to go left instead of right, this would have been the second thing I saw. And Jesus, man.
Thank the gods, you're still here.
Come on, Seth. I didn't ask for a going away party.
Just a little present for the road. It's nothing special, but... I want you to take my satchel. That way, no matter how far you travel, I'll be right there with you.
I wasn't going to say anything, but there are a lot of undertones going on.
You weren't kidding when you said it's nothing special.
Oh yeah. Like those jokes are running through my head, but like I said, this particular premise is hitting me too much, so I don't want to make those jokes myself.
Yeah.
Thanks, Seth. I'll take good care of it. Here, why don't you hold on to mine too?
Now there's a plan. I'll put it to good use, Alf.
Aw.
Alrighty then. See you around.
Be safe out there, friend.
When I moved to Ohio, I only had one friend who continued to contact me, and he still does. And he, my middle school back in Pennsylvania, which is the year I left, was going through a renovation, and he sent me pieces of the new building. Like, he sent me like a chipped tile of the new flooring of the cafeteria or whatever. It was very nice. I wish I still had it. I don't know where it is now. I probably threw it away when I moved, but it was kind of a nice way to keep me connected to Pennsylvania back when I first moved here. You're a stranger pours her heart out to you, and the first thing you want to do is steal from her.
Yep. Oh, hidden item.
Therian.
Yep, I'm the devil.
Okay, that's going to do it for the main stream. We can discuss what we're doing in the after party in just a moment. If we even have one. My original plan was not to have one, but we can talk. But I'll wrap this up for the archive. So this has been Octopath Traveler. We probably won't see the game through just because it's really, really big. I mean, for the show. But we will be playing it out for sure. And you can get it on the Switch, as I said, in cart form or downloadable form. Right now it's a full $60 price, for better or worse. Lots of critics love it. So if you like JRPGs, you may want to check it out. But that will do it for us. So if you're watching live, stick around for about 5 minutes. We'll discuss an AP. If we do it, we'll go to Twitch. But if you're watching this from the archive, thank you all very much for watching. And we will see you next week for another stream.
Bye!